Weakness to warrior mindset. Walking. Steady state cardio. Okay? It's useful. Very, very useful. You want to know how I know? So I'm going to show you what happened to me when I walked for almost 90 days. Yes, that's what happened from walking 90 days. Not only that, but also being a calorie deficit. Those two combinations, the combination of those two, will get you what you just saw. Yes, 6-pack abs. Here's the caveat. You can't walk 10,000 steps a day or 15,000 steps a day or 20,000 steps a day and eat like shit. It's not going to work. They'll cancel each other out. You can burn all those calories you want, but you're just going to replace them by the next frickin' goy slop you eat, or the next frickin', Chipotle with double beans and corn and all that other garbage that, you guys are eating. You need to be on a nutritious whole food diet. You need to clean up your frickin' nutrition, and your diet has got to be on point. Okay? I lost 25 to 30 pounds just from walking 10,000 steps or more. Literally, just walking. Going for like 30-minute walks, 45-minute walks, an hour walks, here and there. Pretty much every single day. If I wasn't walking, I was walking. You saw my videos or see my videos that walking at an incline is better than walking on a flat surface, obviously, because you're going to burn more calories. You're going to exert more freaking, force to move, the body weight. The caveat also is if you take a 200-pound man versus a 150-pound man, it's going to take more force and effort for the 200-pound man to walk than it would be the 150-pound man. So obviously the 200-pound man is going to burn more calories than the 150-pound man. But you have to walk. You cannot run. Running will just make you more hungry. It'll make you hungrier. Yes, it'll burn same amount of calories quicker, but it'll also eat muscle. It'll make you lose muscle as well, because running is a little more high intense, and it's going to need that protein to freaking rebuild the muscle. So running, if you're doing it once a month, like I do, a 5K, but not every day, not 3 times a week. Maybe once a month, maybe twice a week, or twice a month, just to get some of that lung capacity, so y'all know what it feels like to run again. Feel like what it was when you were a kid, when you were out running all the time. Now, here's where the 10,000 steps come into a problem. The problem comes when you're trying to build muscle. Because once you've gotten down to a certain body fat percentage, like I am, like 11%, probably lower than that, I don't know. It varies every time I freaking go into the body fat calculator, or go online, or some bullshit. It varies. Some say I'm at 8.9, which there ain't no way I'm at 8.9. Some say I'm at 12. So I'm somewhere in between 12 and 8.9. But the caveat is you're burning way too many calories and your muscles aren't getting the right amount of nutrients and proper amount of food to grow. So you're starving your muscles of freaking, needed food for growth and repair. Now, if you have decent amount of freaking muscle mass and you're down to a low percent of body fat and you're like 12% and you want to get to 10%, I would recommend you continue to do your 10,000 steps. But at some point in some time, if you don't have that much muscle mass like me, I'm freaking, scrawny right now. I mean, I have definition and shit, but I don't have enough muscle mass. Once you get below 12%, stop walking. Start focusing your energy on building muscle mass. Build that muscle up. That way you have a higher metabolism. You have muscle to spare, so to speak. And your metabolism or your calorie intake has increased. So getting that freaking 10,000 steps back into your freaking routine will reignite the fat loss phase or reignite losing fat, because your body's it's now back in homeostasis. It's getting proper nutrition, it's getting proper rest, it's getting proper training. So now it's like, all right, I have all these calories. Now I can allot them to, repairing the muscle, building muscle, and doing the daily things that it needs to do on a, steady basis. And once you start throwing 10,000 calories or 10,000 steps back into the mix, it knocks it out of homeostasis. So now it's like, now what the hell's going on? What's going on? We're burning more calories. So now we need to draw from our fat reserves. So that's exactly what it'll do. As long as your protein is high, above 200 grams, you stay with your consistent weight training with progressive overload, then you start walking, that extra calories burnt will come strictly from fat. Because your body is, now insulin sensitive, and it'll start sending all that nutrients to your freaking muscles instead of your fat. And then your body will be like, well, we need these extra calories now. We need these extra calories now. Where are we going to get them? So they'll start pulling from the fat, whatever fat you have left. It's probably like 5 pounds at the most to get down to 10%. So it'll start freaking pulling it from there. That's when and only when you're going to start freaking adding your 10,000 steps back in. Me, I'm about done with 10,000 steps. I might do it like twice, maybe 3 times a week, if that, and it's only going to be like 5,000 steps. I've stepped enough for the goal that I needed to achieve. So now I'm going to back off the freaking cardio and then just go strictly to weight training and dial my nutrition in even harder. That way it's optimal for muscle building. The freaking diet I was optimal for muscle retention and fat loss. Now it's a diet for muscle building. But don't discount steps. I mean, walking for close to 90 days, probably 90 days, I'll have to recount it. Best decision I ever made. It got me moving. It didn't get me out of breath. It didn't man, I gotta go freaking walk today. Versus man, I gotta go run 3 miles. Come on. No, it's not. It's just man, I just gotta go walk. You get to be out in nature, and if you're, if you don't have access to walk around your neighborhood or go to a park, you're going to meet a lot of new people. And that's another freaking caveat that, You might be able to meet new people. Replace the friends that you're going to lose that you've already lost because you're on your path and they're like freaking still stuck in the past, but you're moving, 100 miles ahead of them. Go to your local freaking library or whatever and post a sign, local walking club. Let's get a local walking club. Meet some people there. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's where you're going to find some high quality women. Don't freaking, quote me on that, but women that like to be in shape have pretty good standards versus all the other ones out there that act like they're in shape or look like they're in shape but have no standards. Again, you might meet some new friends. Get some walking buddies, that don't drink or are on the same path that you are or trying to get in the best shape of their life. The saying goes, when one door closes, God opens a window. So don't be afraid to go out and meet new people, start new things, go to new places. Hell, I just found a new walking trail. I would say like too bad, I just found it. But no, I'm going to be walking it like twice, 3 times a week maybe. So it's got some inclines, so I don't have to walk it as long, but it's got some inclines and declines, and it's a good training regimen for me if I want to go on a quick run to train for the 5Ks. Because I need to get in first place. I've been slowly and progressively moving up from 12th to 7th to 4th. And I think walking had a good part of doing it because it allowed me to drop some weight. And it got me, it got my legs in motion, got them used to moving, versus sitting on the couch and drinking all the time or in the shed drinking and smoking cigarettes and shit. It's got me out in the world. It got me out of isolation. It got me to see some things and see some sunsets, see some sunrises. Walking through the woods, getting back to nature, getting grounded again, and just overall getting in better health. More relaxed, more calm, more at peace. I laugh more. All these things you will enjoy too. Because once you start dropping the body fat and you start crushing these goals of 10,000 steps or more, you're going to start to feel better about yourself because you're actually doing something that's positive. It's positive reinforcement and positive improvement in your life. So, what did I learn by walking 10,000 steps or more a day? That it's a great experience. It's one of the best ways to be able to lose body fat in combination with a calorie deficit. It gets you out of the house. It has the potential to meet new friends because I've met people walking where I've walked. It sets you up to be able to start running 5Ks. It creates a balance in your life where you have peace. It creates happiness. It gets you better sleep at night because, you're obviously exercising and you're wearing yourself out. So you're going to be able to get to sleep faster. And overall, it's good for your heart, good for your blood pressure, good for your digestion. Good overall. Good for climate acclimation, all that good. So those are the things that I learned from walking 90 days straight. Close to 90 days. Again, I'll do a video and I'll count them up, but I'm pretty sure it was 90 days. And I got my 6-pack. You can do all these things too once you get up off the couch and start your journey from weakness to warrior mindset.